conference. Our desire is that the conference should grow, the conference should expand. When I enter this auditorium, when I look at the people in the church, the congregation, in Kaduna, where I led as a moderator, I don't think the number of what I'm seeing today is up to one association in Kaduna. One association. That means we have more to do. We have a lot to do. There is a Macedonian call that we need to go and break new frontiers. Very unfortunate today. Some of us, we have folded our hands and we don't see the need of going out for missions. Some of us, it's like one story of a man that I read. This man was a hunter. A hunter. This hunter went to the bush to hunt. And lo and behold, he was just walking in the bush and he heard noise. Walking close to see where he was hearing the noise, he discovered a dry well. And in this well, he heard people were talking inside the well. And these were people that were kidnapped and they were dumped inside that well. So this hunter was confused. What should I do? How can I help these people? So he went and looked for a rope to see how he can be able to rescue these people. So he got the rope, put it inside the hole, inside the dry well, and then the people, there were about 6 or 7 of them inside that dry well. And he cannot be able to bring all of them at the same time. So the people inside the dry well take a decision that one person should go at a time. So when he dropped the rope inside the dry well, the first person, he was able to pull out the first person outside that dry well. When he pulled out the first person, he now told the first person, I will leave the rope with you. Please help your colleagues or your brothers. And the hunter left. The second person also pulled out the third person and gave him the rope, and he also left. The third person also pulled out the fourth person, gave him the rope, and also he left. The fourth person also pulled out the fifth person, gave him the rope, and also he left. The fifth person also pulled out the sixth person, and also left. Now, when the sixth person came out of the well, he said, I am weak. I am not strong. And it's late night. There is nothing I can do. He dropped the rope and he walked away. Church, are we not like this sixth person? Are we not like this sixth person? Jesus Christ came and he died because of me and you. He left the work to the disciples. They did great exploits and they handed over the rope to the church fathers. The church fathers did their best and they handed over the rope to the Southern American missions. The Southern American missionaries came to Nigeria and hand over the work to Nigerian Baptist Convention. Nigerian Baptist Convention came to FCT and handed over the rope to us. The question I want to ask you this morning, what are you doing with that rope in your hands? Are you not dropping the rope and said you have no strength, you have no money, you have nothing that you can do? Are you sure you are using that rope so that also you can be able to help others that are dying in sin, to help other churches that are weak, to help other pastors that are less privileged? Let me pause and ask you, as a church, as WMU, as MMU, as youth fellowship, as deacon fellowship, what are you doing with that rope that is in your hand? David Bosch, A great missionary once says about his own robe. He said, I cannot go for luxury while my people are dying in sin. He said, no. How can I fold my hands? How can I drop the rope in my hand while some people are dying in sin? I will do whatever I can do with the rope that is in my hand so that also I can save others. We also know this great preacher, Thomas Whitefield, that said, give me Scotland or what? Or I die. What are you saying? What are you doing with the rope that is in your hand? Church, I want to say that Jesus has given us an example. Jesus has demonstrated an example. Jesus, he left an example for us to follow. Where our CP read, Matthew chapter 28, verse 19 to 20. Immediately Jesus died and resurrected. He gave us a command. He said, go and preach the word to all nations. That is the command that he left to all of us, that we should go and preach the gospel to all nations. Jesus, in his teaching, apart from salvation, he emphasized the issue of giving. So giving is a thing of the heart. The Macedonian church, as we know, first gave their heart, then they gave their money. Lack of going and giving for mission is not lack of time and money, but people are no longer passionate about missions. I don't think lack of going out for missions is because we don't have money or because we don't have time. It's just because we are misplacing our priorities. We are misplacing our priorities. William Scurry, a great missionary with his passionate heart, once says, if you expect great things from God, you must learn to attain great things for God. Very unfortunate today. We have turned our missions to become building mega churches and also pursuance of degrees. Lack of giving for missions is not lack of poverty. It's not because of poverty. Missions is not all about because I'm poor, so I don't have anything to give. Not at all. But if you see someone not giving for mission, what I feel is that that person is only greedy. Greediness or ignorance. I remember in 2016, during Ilorin convention, we traveled with some people from my conference, and I know a woman that is a seller of tomato. She went with us using, I think, our conference bus or commercial bus. But I know of a woman who is working in refinery that year, went through a train. And I asked the woman, why going through a train? She said she doesn't have the money. Somebody working in a refinery and somebody selling tomato. Who's supposed to go with a bus and who's supposed to go to? And she took about 3-4 days on the road. So she came to Ilorin while we were about to finish the convention. So not giving for mission is not because you don't have money. Some of us is because of ignorance or we are greedy. We don't want to part with something that is in us. Any money you have and you use it for yourself, to me, that money is dead money. Any money you have and you use it for yourself is dead money. But the money you invest in God's kingdom will save sinners, and it will be an investment. It's not only for pastors, not only for missionaries, not only for the conference president, but this is a mandate that everybody must obey. The Baptist denomination believe that all should go. But this is how we believe in our denomination. If you cannot go, you should give. If you cannot give, you should pray. Church, I am here to remind you that the American Southern Baptist Convention did not only pray